What does it mean to craft the long life that you truly want?
I don't know, but I'm
Ayse
hopeful.
Birsel, she's here, and she has helped design, listen to this, hundreds of products, including toilet seats, potato peelers, concept cars, and much more than that.
I can't even make a paper airplane.
Exactly.
She has turned her love of product design into a blueprint to help others achieve a long life full of love and purpose. She has turned that blueprint into a book. It's called Design the Long Life You Love.
I already love that. Ayse Birsel, thank you for joining us on New York
Thank
Living.
you.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yes.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
I want to get into your backstory a little bit for our viewers and for ourselves. So you were born in Turkey.
I'm born in Turkey.
You came to New York City on a Fulbright scholarship, so obviously there's a lot going on
Excuse
in,
me?
in your noggin. What was your goal when you were coming here?
I came to do my master's in industrial design, and then I stayed. So now I'm a New Yorker.
She's a native New Yorker now.
Nice.
Well, by way of Turkey.
Yeah, by way
By
of
way of
Turkey, that's right. So industrial design, that was the goal.
That was the goal.
Okay.
Now, you've worked with Amazon, Target, Toyota. There's a long list of products. How did you get involved in that in the first place? And
So my first project coming out of graduate school, I went to Pratt Institute in Brooklyn. And coming out of school, I designed office accessories with my professor, Bruce Hanna. And when it came out, and that's still on the market actually,
really?
those office accessories for Knoll. And he invited me to work with him, and then when it came out, they gave me credit. They said,
Wow.
Bruce Hanna and Ayse Birsel, and that was the start of it. And I thought, this is easy.
Oh, sure, right. Look how easy.
That was easy. What do I do next?
That was easy, and then, you know.
They're saying you have a list of nicknames.
Yeah. What
is
were
that?
some of
What are
these
some
nicknames?
So I'm the queen of toilets.
Who wouldn't want to be that,
I mean,
huh?
come on.
I think I'm the only one.
Longest reigning queen of toilets,
You
yes.
should get that on a t-shirt.
And that's because I should. That's because I designed a toilet seat that's unofficially known as the world's most comfortable toilet seat for Toto.
Oh, wow.
I know that toilet seat. There's a restaurant in Westport, Connecticut that has that toilet seat, and I go there
Really?
just for the
Just for
toilet,
that
not even
toilet
for the
seat.
food.
Now
And
you know the
every
creator.
time I go,
You have
I'm going to think of
found
the queen.
the creator.
Thank you. Thank you
She
so
thanks you many
much
times over.
for your service. You turn this, we mentioned you had this blueprint, and you talk about my long life. How does being this industrial designer figure into this message that you have turned into a book? Because I was trying to connect the dots,
Right.
and I guess I wasn't thinking abstractly enough. So what is it? What was that transition?
So I'll tell you a little bit, and then
We'll play the game.
I can show you.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, you know, I developed my process, deconstruction, reconstruction. How do I think as a designer? And once I had that, I thought, well, I think our life is our biggest project. You know, it's full of problems, and designers love problems and to solve them. So I thought maybe I could apply this process to our life and see if I can design my life, the life I love. And that's how it started. It started as an experiment, and I was my first student. You know, I tried it. I'm like, this works.
Yourself, right? Right.
And so, you want to try it?
Yes, please.
Okay. It's about applying design process to your life. Are you
Okay.
ready?
Yes.
I
I think so. I hope so.
I'm not sure
Yes.
how ready I have to be.
Listen, we had a live psychic reading. This got to be easier
This
than
is
that.
a long, I'm exhausted already. Yes, this should be easier.
I saw you dancing too. That was cool.
Yeah, this is
We
this
try.
Is a cakewalk. Yeah, right.
So, in design, and when you do something creative, you know how you collect, you gather inspiration, right? So, I want to ask you who your heroes are.
Okay.
Somebody who you know or you know of who inspires you.
Do we have to tell you out loud?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say Maria Hinojosa, who's one of the first Latina journalists who really paved the way, not only for Latinos, but for journalists. She does this incredible investigative reporting, and she's stood the test of time. She's still around. She's still relevant, because you know in this business,
Oh, yeah.
you're great
fleeting.
one day, and the next day, you're
The
gone.
wind changes direction,
Exactly.
so does everything else.
What about you, Samino?
I don't know, you know, this was kind of a difficult thing for me to pinpoint anybody. I would say actually growing up in an odd way and watching, and somebody I tap into sometimes was like Johnny Carson, watching him over the years do the show he did and how he handled it, and using of facial expressions without saying words,
Right.
that type of thing.
I like that.
Tell me more.
Well, and also his ability to, you know, get something out of guests when he was talking to people and just making people laugh. And I always remember it was the end of the day and leaving you with that feeling of like, however bad the day was, you watched that show, you laughed, you went to bed feeling good.
I love
All right.
it.
So what do we do?
This is now my work. I get to tell you that, Marisol, you are somebody who paves the way and who will stand the test of time.
Of course.
And will always be relevant.
Oh, see? You were worried about that. By next week, you wouldn't be relevant.
And you're someone who you demonstrated it, actually. You make people laugh and feel good and draw the best out of people.
Well,
What I did
try.
is, by asking you who your heroes are, I was asking you, what are your values? And you see the things that you value in other people, people you admire and inspire you.
And then you see them in yourself.
And then you see them in yourself.
And we need more of it, and we need to read your book, My Long
Yes.
Life. Design the long life you love. It is available now. We're going to post it all on our website at pix11.com. Ayse, thank you
Ayse, thanks so much.